Good job.
Okay.
I still have to finish the edge here. I'm
Yeah,
not sure what I'm going to do.
I don't like it just sort of.
No, I wasn't planning on that. I just didn't want it to run. So.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I would just try and give it a nice finish.
Yeah.
And make sure that it's whatever. So it doesn't look as if it's like just mirrored.
Yeah.
I love your leggings. They're really
I just have one piece of vinyl in there and it shows the idea.
Yeah, I like the vinyl. Actually, I really like the vinyl. It's interesting. So you're just going to keep the jacket open, no zipper or whatever?
Right,
Okay.
yeah, it's just an open look. But that kind of led me to think that I needed something here. And like I had talked before to you about, I was going to do this orange leather, but that didn't end up looking very good. So I thought maybe, I still love the orange as a color element. So I thought I'd make like a really cool piece of jewelry with the orange leather, just to sit right there. And I think that would kind of add what it needs.
Oh, so you're gonna have
The
those
vinyl's
pieces
gonna be
in the
there,
back
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know, I guess I get all the shapes. I love all the shapes. I think all the shapes work for me. I'm really, as you know, I struggled with the color on this a long time. I'm still struggling a little bit with it. I understand that you're trying to have a shock effect with the jacket. I think the jacket shape's great. I even like the shine and the idea of this sort of see-throughness, which is kind of cool. And I think your leggings are totally cool. I think that when I look at these kinds of patterned leggings, I kind of think that what it would have needed like a big oversized shape with it maybe. I mean, I love this, but maybe the shape that goes below this is a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? Like maybe what happens is you have another shape peeking out from underneath the jacket. Because this is maybe a little bit too short, and I'm having a little problems with the proportions.
That's my original design was longer.
Yeah, I think it looks it's a little hard to wear. Is I think what I'm concerned about is that when someone looks at this and they go, okay, what do I do with this? It's like 3 great pieces. It really is. It's 3 great shapes. I love the flyaway top you have underneath. I love the jacket because it's absolutely a great jacket. And I love that the leggings, the tights are really cute. I love them. I love the way you mix the yarn and the shapes together. But I think together, I'm struggling with the way the outfit's going to look. You know, how somebody would wear this.
Do you have more of this fabric?
I think it needs to be a little longer.
Not really. I mean, I have like
It's a
scraps
pattern
of the
here.
fabric, but
So nothing, so that you can make it a little longer.
I'd have to make sense. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just like I'm
Do you
really.
see the
like,
proportion thing I'm seeing right now?
I understand what you're saying, but I like the way I look at it. It's like that crop look with the high waisted thing is like really big right now.
It is. I totally agree with you.
And I thought that, like you were saying about the proportion, it being so narrow at the bottom, you want something big on top. And like that's why I wanted to make my jacket a little more like at first I had it really like snug, and then I thought that was too, tight. So that's why I decided to do that, and then the flare with the top.
You know, we got to break. Let me help you break this down, because I think this is also a learning experience for all of you. Is that you've got 3 elements that are, in some cases, are not complementing each other. You have a body style, which is an overpiece, which is very fashionable. Okay. You have a secondary piece, which is the flyaway top underneath, which is also a very fashion body style. And the legging, like this, high-waisted, which, by the way, is very much on trend, in and of itself is absolutely right, but the 3 of them are all competing for the idea of what's the look here, and how do I work together, and how do I wear these pieces. And I think and I love, as I said before, I love each of them, but the sum of the parts it's a tough outfit. It's very tough. And it will take a very sophisticated person or somebody that's incredibly quirky and loves vintage. It's going to like this. So
Well, that's kind of my customer.
I know
so.
it is your customer. I know that, and believe me, I know who she is. And I think that, and I can see this girl. Believe me, I can see this girl in Lolita all the time. I see her walking downtown, and she's wearing that stuff, and she found some interesting. She's got some great, crazy shoes. So, but I don't know. I'm trying to help you get to the place where it's not going to be for an editor to look at it and go, whoa, But I know I'm thinking maybe it's the color of the top underneath. It maybe would be if we made one color more monochromatic to match the tan. What do you think? I think that's what you're not. I'm trying to help you get to where you want to go with your career. And the fact is I'm trying to help you say that how much, sometimes you take it to the fourth level and then you can't go beyond that. Just because it gets to the point where it becomes costumey. You don't want costumes. You want things that people are going to buy and wear. And yes, that become a statement for you as your personal whatever. If you want to have your own brand or you want to work for someone else. And if you work for someone else, I promise you, you're going to struggle with this a lot. Trust me, because there are very few people like me that see things and go, wow, I can really get this. There are a lot of people come in and look at it and try to put you into a cubbyhole and say, this is where you got to stay, and that's what I want you to design. I love your idea of being vintage. I love your idea of being that quirky, very downtown, very like I'm an iconoclastic lady. That's great. I love that. We need to encourage that. But we're just struggling with this thing to whatever.
What if it was a shade of this? You know what I'm saying? So that you're not, I know you want a contrast. But do you have your green cotton with you by any chance?
Oh, my cotton. No,
Yeah.
I don't.
But just that it was a shade lighter, just, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the shapes are great. The pattern is great. You know, it's just that I'm struggling with having some of these colors are not talking to each other. They're really not, guys. They're really not. I mean, if they were and I could stretch my way to say yes, you know I would go with you. I absolutely would. I'd say, you got it. You nailed it. I'm just really struggling. So ultimately, it's what I said before, and Nancy said this also. It's your idea. It's your design. And let me tell you what. You will learn from this. I can give you advice. You can download it. And one day, 20 years from now, you'll remember what I said. Okay? But truly, it's ultimately your decision. Okay? Ultimately. And if you are that secure in this, I promise you'll make it happen. Okay? That's another thing that I'm going to leave you with. All right? If you're very secure in this, you will make it happen. All right? Okay, guys, let's go to next.